Have you ever dreamt about taking a cruise on one of them fancy boats, soaking up the beauty and the magic just to free your soul? It's floating on the ocean, just a notion that seems out of reach. One thing on your bucket list is just to go and see the beach. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but helping hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising. Making your dream a reality.
You know you gotta do the things you've only dreamed about. Don't let anything stop you thinking you can't go all out. You can do the things you never thought were possible, with helping hands to help you get there. Even oceans are no obstacle. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but helping hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising. Making your dream a reality.
So if you ever dreamed about taking a cruise in one of them big old boats, soaking up that sun, feel that breeze, yeah, there is still hope. Don't let the ocean be a notion that is out of reach. Let's get together, help each other, and go see the sea. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You've got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but helping hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising. Making your dream a reality. Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising. Making your dream a reality.
Welcome aboard, folks. How are you today? Thank you for joining us this evening here in Melbourne time. We've got Nick in the chat there with Bidet, and Joe in the chat with Bidet and Nick. How you going, guys? Well, let me tell you something. This last weekend was absolutely unbelievably awesome. As you can see, we had our Cruise-a-Thon. We received an immense amount of donations. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for every donation you put forward. The total amount that we have received for our donations over the weekend was $3,717, and I can tell you, I am, yes, folks, it is absolutely amazing. Okay, the last figure we got for the last Cruise-a-Thon, not this one, the last Cruise-a-Thon, we got over $5,000 Australian. Over $5,000 Australian equals $3,200 US. This time we got $3,700 US. I think that's absolutely amazing. Yep. We want to congratulate all of you folks that did donate, and thank you so much. Joe, you do make a good point there. You said it's pretty good, but nowhere near the 10,000 you wanted. Well, you know what? We aim for the stars, and if we get the clouds, we're excited. At the end of the day, we raised enough money to put one person on board a ship. And that to me is the most exciting part of all. So yeah, thank you so much, folks, for those who did donate. And you know, the good news is obviously we've got Roxy going on her cruise, on Amy's cruise, and then the good news is if we want to, we can, or if we get any recipients that'll come up, well, then we can put them on some of the other cruises that we've got going. So let me just show you right now the cruise that Roxanne is actually going on. Let's have a look at that, and you tell me whether or not it's a great cruise. Yep, and that's Amy's cruise, and that's going out in 250 days. It's going, as it said, on the 21st of October. It's going out from it's going out from Port Canaveral, I think. No, from Galveston, and it's doing Cozumel and Progreso, and then it's only like about a 5-day cruise. So there we go. That's it. It's an exciting one. It's going to be fun. Yes, Joe, you are right. It is better than nothing. $3,700 is nothing to sneeze at, but at the same time, we get somebody on a cruise. 10 grand would have got us 3 people on a cruise, but hey, one's better than zip. All right. When Captain Billy was a baby, his parents used to bath him in really cheap Australian lager. It wasn't until his 80th birthday that they told him he was fostered. Ross, Joe is saying, don't start with the dirty F word. I don't want to demote you. There's exactly the truth, right? That's exactly the truth. Ross, behave. Otherwise, I won't promote your... No, I better shut up there. Joe, Sean, my Melbourne trip will have a little side trip out to Shepparton. When he first arrives, he will head up there to visit the Museum of Vehicle Evolution. Wow, that's cool. I didn't know they had such a thing up in Shepparton. But that's good, huh? Yep. That is great. Okay, so $3,700, yay. And Roxy will certainly be having a great cruise on Amy's cruise. Now, the next one that we've got coming up, well, let's have a look. 316 days, folks. 316 days to Christmas. I'm already thinking about Christmas, because straight after Christmas comes New Year's Eve, 31st of December 2024. Ilana and I will be up in Sydney looking at the fireworks to bring in 2025. We will then have January 1st to recover, so that on January 2nd we can do this. Awesome cruise that's going to be. We're going to be checking out some areas where Ilana grew up, so it's going to be loads of fun. Joe is saying that the bonus is he'll have accommodation sorted there. He has friends who live at Marupna, which is near Shepparton. It's actually quite a pretty area around there, and Joe, he does not need to be blessed, but you're right, because Gesundheit, bless you, Joe. Marupna is actually quite a nice place. Right next door to Shepparton, which happens to be the second largest city in Victoria, the state of Victoria, which is where we live. Okay, so, well, Joe doesn't. Joe lives in New South Wales. He lives in a place called Dubbo. Dubbo is actually one of the original towns or the original cities that was in the state of New South Wales. People left Sydney to escape and went to Dubbo. good place to be. Some really good foods around there. All right, so now let's take a look. So we've got this $3,700. I was actually quite surprised at some of the people who were actually presenting. Some of them I could literally, I mean, Ilana and I were wetting our pants just watching. It was absolutely hilarious. Some of the notables I'll talk, well, first of all, Michael Ann stepped up to the plate first up, and she did an amazing job. As well as some newcomers to the scene, a guy by the name of Orange Cone Vlogs, yeah, Guy Ross. I mean, his show was absolutely, well, first of all, we have to have a look and see. He had a couple of hack attacks. I was really disappointed in that. I mean, I expected more out of Ross, but he had a couple of hack attacks there. Some idiot by the name of Ricky Rocker came on and just totally destroyed Ross's nice show. We were having a look at all exciting stuff about the new cruise that's coming up and so forth. I might give you a heads up on that a little later, but this Ricky Rocker guy, I don't know. Does anybody know who he is? Are we able to find out who he is so we can curtail his activities? Bloody Ricky Rocker. I don't know. Anyway, so there were a bucket load of good people on board. We had Embarkation Nation, who was a repeat. They did a great show. And then we also had the Astute Tourist come on and do a gig. His gig was great. We absolutely loved the singing. Jimmy, you are quite talented, if I may say so myself. We also had Derek and Gregory from D&G Explorer, Little Explorer and Big Explorer. Man, they were, man, shame. I'm so glad Gregory is okay. He certainly had a certain amount of facial expressions when he was trying certain types of drink items there. I think you would have found it very interesting. Joe is saying that Dubbo is one of the youngest cities in New South Wales. It was actually proclaimed as a city in 1966. It was also it was actually one of the original ones. That was a town in New South Wales. Ross is saying second year. Oh yeah, you did your second. It wasn't your inaugural. Okay. Ricky was raiding channels all weekend. Bloody Ricky, seriously? Joe's saying if you want to see the Museum of Vehicle Evolution, this is a video from a gentleman he'll be staying with in Marupna. We'll have a look at that a little later on. Gregory was a trip, man. He was tripped. He was so smashed. I was actually talking to Derek afterwards, and he was saying, yeah, it was a bit of fun. He really apologized to me. He said, "Oh, I'm so sorry about Gregory." And I went, "You know what? No problem. Gregory had a good time, had a good message, and you know what? That channel did raise some good funds, and I really appreciated what they had done, especially the toast to Gary Krebs, Gary of the Beaches. Some things I need to just have a chat to the board about and see how we go. But yeah, so it was an awesome experience, and thank you, Ross. I did actually cough, not sneeze, but anyway. It was a really exciting and fantastic Cruise-a-Thon. There was so much variation, and yes, we did raise a bucket load of money, and there were some very interesting people in there. So great, and we did get exposure to a whole lot of other channels as well, which was exciting. All right. In exactly 487 days, there will be another cruise coming out. And this one is, for a lot of people, it's going to be a bucket list cruise. And the reason why I say that is because, well, it's our bucket list, to be quite honest. Have a look and tell me what you think.
Have you been dreaming of an Alaskan cruise? Or maybe you've taken one before and you just can't wait to go again. If so, the Helping Hands for Cruising Group Cruise is just the cruise for you. June 15th through June 22nd, 2025, you will set sail on the magnificent Norwegian Encore. This amazing group cruise will take you to Juneau, Skagway, a majestic cruise through Glacier Bay, Ketchikan, a stop in Victoria, British Columbia before arriving back in Seattle. Contact Bruce at ocean2oceantravel.com today to find out how you can be a part of this fantastic group cruise to Alaska. This is one you definitely don't want to miss.
And yes, they are quite right. It is one you definitely do not want to miss. It's going to be an amazing cruise. It is a bucket list of ours anyway. It's going to go from Seattle to Alaska, and for us that's a bucket list cruise. And the good news is it's through Bruce, and he's hoping to have a recipient on board that cruise as well. So let's make it happen for him, I hope. And yeah, you guys will have an exciting time. Now, further to that, we've got some good news having come up. Both Ross and Bruce have worked tirelessly to put the next cruise together, and we're trying to get as many people on board that cruise as possible. If you're going to be watching this in the replay, watch it, and I'll tell you now, you actually need to get your $50 down before the 24th of March. Get your $50, or better still, your $200 deposit. They'll tell me 150, but anyway, $200 deposit to actually hold the cabin. And let me tell you, you are going to have the most amazing cruise.
So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain? Can you tell a green field from a cold steel rail, a smile from a veil? Do you think you can tell?
we're certainly looking forward to that cruise. That's going to be absolutely amazing. Ross is saying that there is lots of demand for that particular cruise, and that's exciting. The more people we get on them, the better. We actually want to be able to fill the cruise if we can. We're looking at in excess of cabins. So folks, please get on board before they all run out. The itinerary is going to be absolutely amazing. We've never been to any of the places that cruise is going to go to, so it's going to be an eye-opener for us. Puerto Plata, St. Thomas, and the other one. Well, the two Virgins, so we're going to see the Virgins. Don't tell Ilana. And then we're off to the private island that they've got. So that's it. Tortola. Tortola is the other Virgin. And then we're going to the I think it's called Sugar Key Island or whatever it is. Ross will always clarify it for me, but I'll tell you what, folks. Doesn't matter where it is. It's a cruise. There's going to be music on there, attributing music to some of the greatest bands in the world that ever played. So let's just go and have some fun. Opportunity to meet, chat. By the way, part of that cruise, the fare is tax deductible. The fare will include things like, that's right, Great Harvest Key. Thank you, Ross. Some of the benefits that you'll get out of the fee is $100 onboard credit. You're going to get your ports and taxes paid. Your gratuities are included. The fee also includes the drinks package. There's a whole bucket load of things that it actually includes. A lot more than I can put down here. Oh yes, you'll also have a bed to sleep on and a cabin to put your stuff in. So that's going to be absolutely amazing. And I'll tell you what, you guys are going to have so much fun because there's going to be the opportunity to meet the band members, the opportunity to spend some time with the Down Under cruisers. I know they're going. The opportunity to meet up with the board members of Helping Hands for Cruising. So it's a good opportunity for you to meet and mingle and have an opportunity to spend quality time with people that make the decisions. We are, after all, looking for ways to get more and more people on board a cruise ship, and this will be the inaugural annual one. So that means that every year we'll be planning something similar if we can and if everything works out. This is going to be the best cruise. Far be it from me to say, the Australian cruise that we're going on is a bucket list for many, but it will. But from our point of view, we are looking at the Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise as being our bucket list cruise. So that'll be absolutely amazing, and we can't wait. We can't wait to meet all of you. We can't wait to help others change lives. And there are going to be a bucket load of people that are going on board the cruise ship whose lives will be changed, seriously changed. Russ is saying St. Thomas is the home of the oldest synagogue in the Caribbean. Now that I would like to see. Okay, who is that person? Okay. Joe, mate, thank you very much for being the first person to put the comment in the Facebook. Thank you very much. Next time, put your name in there. Just click yes, I approve, and go ahead and let your name be spread around the world, because everybody needs to know how cool Joe Hupp is. He's a superstar, let me tell you. Anyway, so folks, if there's any question in the chat, please feel free to let us know. Joe's put a big fat smile there. Happy to answer any questions about the Cruise-a-Thon or about any of the cruises coming up. Right now there are 4 more, and it'll be heading up with Amy's first up, as I said. So please, folks, support any which way you can. And I guess the best thing is, for those of you that are out there or listening in the on the airwaves at a later stage, you're coming back to watch this, folks, talk about it in your lives. We would be grateful. We don't mind if you collect funds outside of the Cruise-a-Thon, but any donation helps. I know that the more people who talk about it, the more we're going to be able to collect more funds. The more funds we raise, the more people we can get on board cruise ships. So please help us out. Get yourselves promote this this live stream out there. As we go through every week, I'll be putting up an interview by somebody who has benefited HH4C or who has got some benefit from HH4C, because the more people we get up there with their lives having been impacted, the better it is. And as Ross says, awareness is key. Please spread. Ross, your glasses need a clean, because that's not speed the word. We don't want to make the word go faster. We want to make the word go around a lot more. So spread the word. Spread the word. Please let everybody know. The more people we get on board any of our cruises, the better it is. The more we get, the more we find that it impacts the recipients so much greater. The more they get impacted, the more they enjoy. The more they enjoy, the more our lives change. I can tell you from personal experience, when we had Kenny on board cruise ship, if he was smiling, we were happy. Ross, it's 3 a.m. where you are and you're half asleep. Well, why don't you be fully asleep and catch this on the replay? I don't mind. I don't mind. At the end of the day, folks, it's about getting the word out, and it's about you guys enjoying time with the recipient and helping the recipient. Because I'll tell you what, Kenny, if you would have watched him on the Cruise-a-Thon, he made a couple of statements out there, and a couple of people did interview him. The one I got was from Jimmy. This was the best one. Jimmy said to him, so how did your inaugural cruise, how did that affect you? And Kenny went, I enjoyed it so much I booked another cruise. So Kenny booked his own cruise. And guess what, folks? He's actually looking and thinking about coming with us on the Rock and Roll Group cruise. So I beg your pardon, Ross, the Rock and Roll Tribute cruise. There, I see. Okay. Ross is saying, because live is key, he can't make jokes on the replay. Okay. Question is, Donna told me you don't make jokes anyway. Oh, whoops, sorry. Joe's saying he'll have to put his Facebook Live name showing. That'd be awesome. Then we know who's who in the zoo. And Ross is giving me. This is what Ross is giving me. Oh, let me just play this. Yeah, I know, Ross. I know. I understand. Joe is saying you guys all have the best times on these cruises. Well, Joe, we do, and we'd love you to join us, if that's at all possible. Hey, I resemble that. I know you do. You fully resemble that remark. It definitely looks like you. Okay, all right. I'm sorry, folks. Well, the big thing I wanted to get off my chest this week was just to let you guys know about the Cruise-a-Thon, how well we did with the Cruise-a-Thon. Yes, the next one we want to be able to double that if we can. I will always put a target of $10,000 because one day we will reach it. And the more we try for that $10,000, the closer we get to it. So I'm really excited with all the presenters, the efforts that they did. So as a result, yeah, really enjoy that. Okay, Joe is saying to Ross, he's also resembling that remark, yeah. And Joe's getting older. He's 39. He is 39 this birthday, and it's all downhill to the naughty 40s. Okay, Joe, I'm kind of like almost double your age. I can tell you that it's definitely not downhill, it's all uphill, mate. The good news is there's more to life. You know, once you hit the 40s, you go, God, I wish I could do the 50s, because life was really great there. So we'll see how it goes. Stream Elements, g'day Stream Elements. Stream Elements is saying, helping hands for cruising. Would like to thank you all for your donations. Yep. Ross is going, look, I make an effort to be here, and on a day when I'm flying out for work, 12.5 hours from now. Ross, did I say I didn't appreciate your company? I was trying to give you an opportunity to sleep in. But hey, thank you very much. 78, wow, you don't look a day over 77. Yeah, close enough. Close enough. Close enough. You're older than me anyway, so... and you don't look a day over 95. Don't worry, Ross, I love you in spite of your rottenness. Well, folks, that's all I've got to say today. What I'm going to ask you folks to do is please spread the word. The more we spread the word, the more we get people on board the cruises with us. The more we get people on cruises with us, the more we get recipients on board. The more we get recipients on board, the more lives we change. So that's the ultimate. Joe is saying it's downhill from here for him. It's also meaning it's getting closer to him getting to drink that industrial strength eternal cleanser that is Pico Prep. Wow, okay. Ross is saying, look, I'm so old, I named the dinosaurs. Yeah, we know that. What was it? One was Bertie, the other one was Humphrey. And, yeah, okay, I'll leave it at that. Anyway, folks, tomorrow night we've got the Down Under cruisers coming on board. They'll have a pick the town. So you'll get a chance to pick the town and see what's what. Also, folks, we are up on Saturday, and you never know, or Friday night your time, you never know, we might be on somebody else's live then as well. Joe is saying, Sean, I've given your training business a follow on Facebook as well. Mate, really appreciate that. Ross is going, I lucked out, no Pico Prep for him. He had to he had a box to deposit in. Aha! Okay, there we go. And he's correcting it. Hand is equal to had. Yeah, sometimes spell check is really the most amazing pain in the rear end. Anyway, folks, I'm going to call it quits for tonight. I want to thank you all for coming in. Those of you that are on the replay, please spread the word. Let's get some more out there. That QR code is not going away, so use it, please. This one, sorry, wrong side. This one over here is for US dollars. The one that's up on that side there is for AUD. So any Aussies who want to donate, please go ahead. Yeah, autocorrect does stink. Thank you for that. I shall purposefully autocorrect. Anyway, folks, have an awesome day. I hope everything works well for you. And those of you across the pond, your day is an awesome day. Take it easy, and we shall catch up with you later. Take care.
Have you ever dreamt about taking a cruise on one of them fancy boats, soaking up the beauty and the magic just to free your soul? It's floating on the ocean, just a notion that seems out of reach. One thing on your bucket list is just to go and see the beach. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but helping hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
You know you gotta do the things you've only dreamed about. Don't let anything stop you thinking you can't go all out. You can do the things you never thought were possible, with helping hands to help you get there. Even oceans are no obstacle. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but helping hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
So if you ever dreamed about taking a cruise in one of them big old boats, soaking up that sun, feel that breeze, yeah, there is still hope. Don't let the ocean be a notion that is out of reach. Let's get together, help each other, and go see the sea. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You've got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but helping hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping hands